So yeah, basically, we're going back. So yeah, I'll give you an example of some of the targeting they've done. They've done, like I said before, they've done the one headlight, one brake light, targeting intermittently throughout the holiday where they can do it, usually on the main roads, because I guess it's easier for them to organise it. But one thing I have noticed this holiday this time is there have been a hell of a lot of people in blue jackets everywhere I go. So there'll be people turn up oftentimes, with blue jackets on everywhere I go, every day. That's one thing I've noticed, and this has happened multiple times. So I'll give you an example of some of the targeting. So we go to I've got quite a lot to talk about, but yeah, we went to a campsite. So on this campsite, the campsite owner says, "Oh, I'm glad you're here. You're the only people here. We've had no one because the weather's been so bad." Sorry about that. I just got interrupted. But yeah, they've been doing the blue jackets. I've been seeing people in blue jackets everywhere I go, and they've been doing the one hand in pocket all the time as well. That's one thing that has followed me, but not as much as at home. Mostly the blue jackets. The blue jackets I've noticed. Sorry about that. My throat is fucking dry as a motherfucker. But yeah, my family have been acting very strange this holiday, I've got to admit as well. They've been coughing, both of them have been doing the double cough to me. So I don't know, as I said before, I don't know what's going on, but that's been non-stop all holiday, mainly from my mum. My mum seems to be the main one, and I'm getting suspicious of her because one time when I was talking about my targeting, because I was in Edinburgh today, and as soon as I got to Edinburgh on the tram, um, I get an ambulance coming down the road, like 2 minutes after I got on the tram. And there's people on the tram targeting me with one hand in their pocket and giving me dirty looks and stuff like that. But as soon as I get off the tram, ambulance comes. So, you know, this is just what happens in Sheffield. This happens in Sheffield too. They've not been able to do this easily because, you know, and they did this when I went to Oban as well. I went to a town called Oban. It's very remote, but it's not that remote. But as soon as I, was heading through the town, they sent a fire engine and several ambulances with loads of sirens, racing through as soon as I arrived. But I'll give you another example of the targeting right here. So, like I said before, crowding is one thing they've been doing. So on this campsite, I'll go back to the campsite because I got interrupted when I was talking about it. But on the campsite, like I said, this person said, "Oh, I'm so glad you're here. You're the only one here." Like, as soon as a day goes by, a tent arrives, 2 or 3 motorhomes arrive, 2 or 3 people in these little cabin things that you can live in arrive. And guess what they start doing? As soon as the motorhome people arrive, they get out and the woman goes, she coughs at me like that. 6 times with that, 2 times, well, 3 times with that double cough, but 6 times overall coughing at me. As soon as she sees me, she starts coughing, and this is something they've been doing all holiday as well. They've been coughing all the time with this, all the time. I don't know if it's to let me know they've got my family doing it for whatever method they've done, but yeah, I've noticed my family have been very avoidant of talking about the targeting even more than normal. So I've been very suspicious about that. But yeah, as soon as a few days go, and the weather's still been pretty bad, a van arrives, another van arrives, several tents arrive, and they're all doing that. Even the people in the tents are doing that. And in this little village, I've been getting the blue jackets again. I've been getting that constantly. The blue jackets, people in blue jackets all the time. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I've noticed it. You know what I mean? People everywhere kids dressed up as well. They've been dressing the kids all up in blue jackets. So, you know, as TIs, we know full well that's a tactic they use. They like to sensitise you to colours and certain objects, and this is the neuro-linguistic programming. So, for in this instance, my guess anyway is they're trying to sensitise me to the colour blue. And I noticed today that in a car park when we were going into Edinburgh, on the way out, a blue car was parked, you know, as we left in the road in a peculiar way. It was quite strange. And my family said, why aren't they parked in the car park? So, you know. But yeah, back to another example of the targeting. So I've talked about the caravan site. So, you know, we went the other day, the day before last, to Stirling, which is it's a little town with a castle on it near the Scottish Highlands. So, you know, as soon as I get there, there is a guy with a blue jacket on, and he makes a point to take the blue jacket off, doesn't he, when I'm there. And this guy, you know, he kept walking wherever me and my family were going. So he gets on the bus as we get on it. The bus driver is guess what he's doing. All the fucking journey, man. I tell you, non-stop. Must have coughed like 20 times on the short journey it took to get to the castle. So we go in the castle, you know, and there's a guy up the top, right? So he's pointing his camera at me, you know. So I put my hood up. So what does he do? And this is something they've been doing all holidays as well. They've been trying to get photos of me. I've seen it, but I've had my hood up, you see. So, you know, he goes behind these daffodils. So he's trying to take my picture behind these daffodils with this big camera. So I still got my hood up. But they tried today in Edinburgh, same. They were trying to take my picture. As soon as I got off the tram, there was a guy pointing his camera phone at me. You know, so I just put my hood up. But yeah, I looked around Stirling Castle and, you know, enjoyed it. It was interesting. But I got targeted a bit, but I ignored it mostly. But as soon as I leave the castle, what do I see? You know, a police 4x4 vehicle pulls in, done it? And they're staring at me. Pulls in the car park. No one gets in or out. There's no incident going on. 4x4 police vehicle pulls in. So I'll just walk past it, you know what I mean? And then after that happens, a minute passes by and we're leaving. We're walking down this because this is like this little path going down this road, and the police vehicle pulls down. So that tells me they just sent the police vehicle to target me. Because what other reason was it there for? The exact moment I leave the castle, this police vehicle pulls in. And that's been happening today as well, but I'll get onto that later, but, you know. So that was Stirling. And I got targeted, you know, by all that there. So today,